0-1 to Byrne. It gets by the catcher. Luke Williams on his way home. Lambert, he's safe. He's safe. Stingers win. The Stingers walk it off on a wild pitch. Luke Williams read it all the way. And the Stingers walk it off in 10 innings. They come back from 6-2 down to win it 7-6. Is now the 1-2 popped up left side. Byrne chasing back now into foul territory. Jumping, he makes the grab. And now make the throw on to second, trying for the double play. He doesn't. But what a catch from Aiden Byrne going across his body for the second out. Wow. The 1-2 coming. He got him. Strike three. And the first spot of the Northwoods League playoffs has been clinched by the Willmar Stingers. 13-1 victory over the Bismarck Larks. And your Willmar Stingers are back in the playoffs for the second straight year. Your number 9 spot. He pulls down a bunt, and now coming onto it is Duarte. Diving, he makes the catch. Duarte struggled to track that one for a bit. 2-2 on its way. Dirksen hits it out towards the right side. That could find a gap for a hit. Soika scores. In comes Meow. Fitzer going to stop at third. As that throw going to go wide. Now Fitzer going to break for home, and there won't be a throw. And this game is tied. Dre Dirksen evens things up back in the first inning, tied up at 3. Lead off number 2 in the lineup type guy. So he hits the 2-1. This one heading towards right center field. That drops in the gap. Could be extra bases. Tarlow rounding third. That's going to score at least one. Here comes Rimmer. There's going to be a play at the plate. That's bounced in. The slide. He's safe. And now it gets by the catcher. Meow on his way to third. He makes it in standing. The extra base hit scores 2 from Stone Meow. The first inning going very well for the Stingers, now 3-0. So on first base at one point as Meow hits one deep to right field. That one sends Daniel back on the track. That's off the scoreboard and gone. Stone Meow, how about that? His second hit of the inning, his first home run at Bill Taunton Stadium this season. And it's now a 13-0 Stingers lead. Bottom of the second on its way from Bill Taunton Stadium. Kyle Payne digging in to start things out. The Stingers looking to follow up an inning where they were able to get a 2-run homer from Sean Rimmer. His 7th on the year. It was 103 miles an hour off the bat, went 346 feet. He's got a lot of power as a liner out of Bill Taunton Stadium as Kyle Payne takes the first pitch inside as these Stingers look for more. Payne currently riding a 4-game hitting streak into this one. Was 1 for 4 with an RBI, a walk, and 2 strikeouts yesterday. He flies one deep to center field. Law ranging back near the warning track where he makes the grab for out number 1.
Yeah, that one was ripped there by Payne. Just missed it right there. Law had to back up a couple of feet for it. Those are ones that you just walk back. You know you did most things right. And you take the out on that one.
And now Zach Stroh making his way in. He had the last 2 games off for the Stingers. Making his first start since game 1 of the doubleheader. Went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Thinks about laying down a bunt, but pulls back as it's in the dirt. It's the second inning of work for Jack Nicholas, who's able to get the first 2 outs pretty quickly with a 1-out walk in between. It was the homer that's really been the difference so far as Stroh hits one to left, but it goes foul into the Stingers bullpen. Stroh currently riding a 2-game hitting streak. His first game back in St. Cloud, he picked up a hit along with an RBI for his 8th on the summer. Count even at 1. He tries to find a hole left side. Nice diving stop by Recchio. The throw is going to go wide. Stroh already on his horse on his way to second. The throw going to go there, and they got him. What a throw from Burkholz to get Zach Stroh trying to take an extra bag. And that's out number 2. Should be an error on the throw.
Yeah, getting a little greedy there for Stroh. Really strong throw there from Burkholz as you see him going in for that one. Tried to go to the back side of the base. Ball clearly beats him, and it's a nice tag over there by Recchio.
The knee 6 on the throw for the Minnesota Mud Puppies. Their first error on the day as Parker Stinson now trying to keep the inning going and avoid a 1-2-3. Stinson looking at the first pitch outside. He's been mired in a rough stretch as of recently. Looking for his first hit in 13 days. That was in Thunder Bay against the Border Cats. It's now going ahead 2-0 in the count. Stinson making his first start since that game 1 of the doubleheader as well, was 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. He's ahead here 2-0 and now make it 3-0.
Yeah, one of the only hitters who struggled to find grass for the Willmar Stingers in that Minot series. Stinson now due for a bounce back.
Only started 1 of the 4 games in the series, is now taking his first strike. And Stinson still ahead in the count. The big force in his game has been his speed. Was 6th in the Northwoods League in stolen bases last summer, now hitting 1 to second. And taking it on a tough hop is Couchman, unable to bobble it and make a throw in time. We talked about Stinson's speed, using it to his advantage right there. It's a second straight error for the Minnesota Mud Puppies. E4 on Couchman.
Yeah, as that one ate up Couchman, there's no chance to get the speedy Stinson after it. He hustled out of the box, being on the lefty side helps you out as well, too. And you just can't make those plays if you want to get Couchman.
And now the number 9 hitter in Jack Hines making his way in. Looking at the first pitch low. Stinson with 5 stolen bases this summer hasn't been caught yet, as Hines, another hitter for the Stingers, on a bit of a cold stretch. Reach base in each of his starts against the Hot Tots. Was held empty, is now Stinson on the move. The throw going to go well high and not in time. Make it now 6 for 6 for Parker Stinson, as the Stingers have a runner in scoring position.
And that's the other element of the speed. We talked about on the defensive side in the top of the inning. Steals that base with ease. If you don't have one perfectly on the money, you're never going to get Stinson.
As there's a ball to Jack Hines, the 2-0 going to be hit foul. And Hines against the Hot Tots was 0 for 7, but he still reached base 4 times with 3 walks and a hit by pitch. It's 2 for 9 this summer against the Mud Puppies, as Stinson getting a good lead out at second. Stinson stolen base, the second on the day for the Stingers, as Hines tries to hold up his swing. The first base umpire says he did, as Stinson stole that bag and Stone Meow picked up a stolen base back in the first.
Yeah, we've seen them get more aggressive over these last 2 series now. They were getting figured out for a little bit. Now back on the hot streak, stealing bases left and right.
Hines taking all the way and draws another walk. So back-to-back base runners now reaching for the Stingers, both coming from the bottom of the order as the lineup turns over for Andrew Soika.
Yeah, great discipline there from Hines. That's his 22nd walk now in as many games, 22. He's been very patient at the plate, even though you see the 240, or the 284 average, the on-base percentage creeping up near 470 for Jack Hines on the season.
And now you have 2 fast base runners for Soika as that first pitch can be fouled away. Soika popped out to second last inning. He's got 3 consecutive multi-hit games, the average showing that big hot streak. He's making his 11th start for the Stingers this summer. So you have Stinson on second, Hines at first. 0-1 on the way to Soika. Grounded foul out towards the first base side. Nice running grab by the first base coach, Michael Newstrom. We know Soika can hit the ball hard, so doing that barehanded, pretty impressive from the pitching coach.
Yeah, I can't quite guarantee this next phrase, but maybe one of the best mid-season bat acquisitions in the entire Northwoods League, Andrew Soika right now. Who wouldn't want a 300 hitter who can hit bombs?
He's taken the first ball, the at-bat, and with the bats the Stingers lost from half 1 to half 2 was definitely needed. They had to replace Soika's college teammate in Grayson Tarlow, drafted to the St. Louis Cardinals. And if Gabe Swanson doesn't return after his wrist injury, that could be another one to replace as well. So 1-2 to Soika, hit hard out towards the right side, and that'll go off the glove of Couchman and into right field. Stinson already out home, and Hines going to stop in at third. It's an RBI single for Andrew Soika, and the Stingers now up 3-1.
Yeah, continuing that hot streak he's on, and able to take third base as well. Jack Hines. Soika rifles that one right past Will Couchman. And it didn't take him long. It wasn't in the first inning to get another hit. He picks one up here in the second, drives one in with it. Just absolutely a menace at the plate.
Andrew Soika now extending his hitting streak up to 4 games. He has 6 RBIs now during that span as a mound visit on its way. The Mud Puppies struggled recently, had a rough series in Rochester. Now trying to look to get what they can out of Jack Nicklaus. The Stingers have done a good job against starting pitching during this homestand.
This is Nicklaus's first start on the season, too. He's got 9 appearances already, all of them in relief, so definitely a different approach for him, a different way to prepare for the game. So far, the Stingers taking advantage of that.
As now he has runners at the corners for Stone Meow. Worked a long walk his first time up. This time, first pitch swinging. That drops into left for a hit. Hines scores, and Soika advances an extra bag. It's back-to-back RBI singles now for the Stingers. This one from Stone Meow, reaching base in each of his first 2 at-bats. The Stingers are now up 4-1.
This is a guy that came into this game over his last 5 games, was batting over 400. His average goes up after 10, too, 417. He has been a staple at the top part of the order for the Stingers, and aggressive in counts, disciplined his last time, does everything well with his approach.
Stingers have seen the last 4 batters of the inning reach as Kevin Fitzer takes the first pitch ball. Fitzer struck out his last time up, the only strikeout victim on Jack Nicklaus so far. It came on the same pitch that Stone Meow stole second. So now here comes the 1-0. This one cranked out to left field. Will that one stay fair? And it does. Soika scores easily. Now Meowgan around third. He'll have the sign to score. Fitzer stops at second with a double, and that'll score 2. 3 consecutive hits now for the Stingers. This one brings in 2 off the double from Kevin Fitzer. Make it a 4-run inning. Stingers up 6-1.
Kevin Fitzer just been tearing covers off baseball. This is the one that really stands out to me. As a team, scoring position with 2 outs, they're batting .338 on the year, continuing to show how great they are with runners on base. With 2 outs in the inning, you can never count out Willmar when they are approached at the plate. And this guy went big fly last time. It doesn't get easier here for the starter, Nicklaus.
Did it with 2 outs as well. Rimmer hit a liner that went over the wall and left his last time up. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. And it's that dangerous top part of the order that has been on fire for the Stingers. Soika, Meow, and Fitzer all getting consecutive hits. Fitzer, another extra base hit on his hot streak. The 0-1 hit out towards shortstop, right in the glove of Recchio for out number 3. So that hard hit ball not going to do any justice for Sean Rimmer, but not before 4 runs come across in the second. Stingers up 6-1 on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. The Willmar Stingers are now working with the lead after Aiden Burns' RBI single, as the Stingers lead 3-2 over Waterloo, just 6 outs away from forcing a series split. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for Waterloo as Brandon Fish takes the first pitch strike. Fish 0 for 3 so far in his day, with 2 ground outs to the second baseman and Meow his last 2 trips up. Third baseman playing in pain and everyone else playing back. As Fish quickly down 0-2. He's had a rough day at the plate so far. He's now 1 for 13 against the Stingers during their 4 games against each other. As Fish goes the opposite way, and that'll add on to the total. Fish able to get his first hit of the day, and he stands in at first with an opposite field single.
Yeah, shift proving costly there for the Stingers. Payne not hugging the line at all and just able to go the other way with it there. Fish easily finds a single. And leadoff man working on here in the top part of the 8th for the Bucks after relinquishing the lead in the 7th.
It's exactly what you needed if you're Waterloo trying to get back into this one, as it brings in Elliott Good. Takes the first pitch strike from Tom Sun. And there is an arm warming up for the Stingers. That's Aaron Regat getting loose. Could be a potential save scenario if Tom Sun gets through the 8th. He misses inside on Good. Good 0 for 3 in his day so far with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to this point. Has an 11-game hitting streak on the line here. If he's unable to get on here, gets good contact to right field. Rimmer taking a few steps back. He's there to make the grab. Now 0 for 4 in his day.
And Tom Sun continuing to put pressure on hitters. Keeping the ball in the zone against these Waterloo Bucks. He's yet to walk anyone as well now, working into his 3rd inning, and I think should we see Regat in the 9th, that would mean good news in Tom Sun finishing the 8th inning.
Marcus Hyson back on. He homered his last time up. Went well over the right field wall. He's 1 for 2 with the walk on the day. It was Hyson's first hit against the Stingers this season, now 1 for 7. As Sun almost got him to go down 0-2 quickly, just missed on the outer edge. It's rare that we've seen Waterloo pick up its runs on home runs, especially all their runs. Ranking towards the bottom of the Northwoods League in the home run tally. Sun misses well high.
Coming into the series, they were with 10. That was the fewest amount. Now up to 13. Helping add on to it today.
Fish getting a good lead off that first base bag. So 2-1 on the way from Sun, missing just a little high. It's also action in Waterloo's bullpen as well, as a righty up and loose. We've already seen 3 guys go for Waterloo's pitching staff today. As Sun looking for the strike zone here. Fish was on the move, but that one's popped up to the left side. Payne along the Stingers dugout, and he loses it and it goes foul. It bounced in the Stingers dugout, so no chance of a play for Payne. Ruins the hit and run chance for the Bucks. Count now runs full for the Waterloo Bucks cleanup hitter playing his college ball at Lindenwood. Looking for another big swing today. Fish again on the move. This one popped up, this time in fair territory. Byrne moving out towards his right, and he makes the grab for a big out number 2. Tom Sun kept him in the air on each of his last 2 swings. This time he's able to get the out.
Yeah, and Fish trying to get in scoring position both times. Remaining aggressive was Hyson and ended up hitting the ball too high there, and Aiden Byrne able to corral it, and now just 1 out away from getting out of this one.
And the all-star Cole Hill goes first pitch swinging, another pop up to the first baseman Fitzer, and he makes the grab, and Tom Sun gets through the 8th. The Stingers will have a chance to win in the 9th, but first, a chance for insurance on the Northwoods League Baseball Network.
I'm here with today's Midwest Technology Campus Player of the Game, Andre Dirksen. And Dre, you had the big hit to tie it in the first, got on base a couple more times afterwards. What did today feel like to get back on track?
Just it felt really good. Swing felt good. Just taking a simpler approach. Saw the ball really well today, and just glad I could help the team with another dub at the homestand Bill Tom Stadium. So.
And how are you guys able to keep your mindset straight after going down early in the game?
I mean, we're never feeling like anything when we're in the dugout. We know our team, we know our bats, we know that we're going to come back from any deficit. So there's no pressure or anything with this team. It's just we know we go after it. Game's not over till the end of the 9th inning. So.
And how can you keep that success going with the playoffs near?
Rally stashes. You see a lot of the guys with some mustaches right now. We're trying to get a lot of the guys. It's just see some rally stashes out there. So.
Rally stashes all the way to the finish. That was Midwest Technology Campus Player of the Game, Dre Dirksen. The Stingers wrap up their series against Minot tomorrow. I'm here with both our Midwest Technology Campus Player of the Game and Hemponics Relief Pitcher of the Game, Kevin Fitzer and Chris Hokinson. Kevin, going to start out with you. 2 doubles added onto your stolen base column. What did you think of your performance today?
I thought it was good. I think the offense kind of struggled a little bit at first, but we came together, picked each other up, and picked up the pitching staff. They've been doing well.
And Chris, you added a couple zeros after coming in from the bullpen. Coming into this outing, what did you think of this one, trying to keep this close game?
I saw Jack Kelly kind of just dominate the strike zone, and he kind of hit some balls hard off him, just a couple, and he did a really good job. So I just came in just trying to want to throw strikes and just kind of keep the strikes going and keep giving us the bats.
I'll go to both of you guys for this one. Trying to keep this success going against St. Cloud. You guys have won 5 games in a row. How do you keep that going?
I think continue to pick each other up. I think pitching staff's been doing well for us, minimizing the runs, and the offense has done well in key situations, and we've got to keep it up.
I think just the offense just needs to keep going like we have been and just getting into their bullpen. And once we get in their bullpen early, that's when teams just fall apart, and that's where we kind of take the game away.
That was Kevin Fitzer and Chris Hokinson for the Stingers. They play the Rocks tomorrow. Kyle, seeing the ball well today, 4 hits. What was going through your mind today?
Well, during pregame BP, it was just working on being early with the lower half, and I was able to translate that into the game and be able to be on time for the fastball, just incorporating that lower half earlier than usual.
And that led to great team success against Bismarck as well, 12 runs. What kind of led to that team success overall?
It's being able to jump on first pitch fastballs, I think, and being able to be ready to hit those, and then if you're ready to hit those, you'll be able to hit the off speed. And so I think we're on a good roll right now. We're hitting really well, we're seeing balls really well, and so I think that contributes to a lot of our success.
And lastly for you, 2 stolen bases, first multi-stolen base game today. What led to success there?
I don't know, being a little quick. It's fun being a little quick and just being able to time the pitcher up really well. Freddie is really good at giving us times right away, right after that first pitch, and so just having that time in your head and knowing if you can get there or not is really awesome, and so Freddie's a huge help on that.
That's Kyle Payne, 9 wins in a row for the Stingers. We'll see you tomorrow against Mankato. I'm here with Stingers field manager Freddie Smith prior to today's home run challenge. And Freddie, what does it mean to be here in Bismarck today?
Oh man, it's an amazing experience. This is my 3rd year at this event. I've been blessed with opportunities thanks to the players to be able to coach it, and the home run derby is always a phenomenal event. I'm excited for it.
So you have 3 players participating today: Kevin Fitzer, Dre Dirksen, Sean Rimmer. What's the strategy at all today with it?
So as you can see, we push them to the back, right? So the strategy is, right, because our guys like to perform underneath pressure, is to have them on the back end, well rested, and being able to perform and end this home run derby with a bang.
So we have the home run derby today, the All-Star game tomorrow. What are you most looking forward to these 2 days?
For one, the home run derby is probably the most exciting event of the weekend, right? But tomorrow will be a fun time. We have a draft workout. The guys are going to perform, show off their tools in front of some scouts, and then the All-Star game is always a blast. You see a ton of good talent every single year, and this year it's more talented than ever.
That was Stingers field manager Freddie Smith. You can watch the home run derby tonight and the All-Star game tomorrow.
That was thrown into the outfield, never gets through, and the Stingers are going to win the ball game here in the bottom of the ninth.
Welcome to Bill Taunton Stadium in Willmar, Minnesota, as the Stingers open up a 2-game series against the Mankato Moondogs, closing their 4-game homestand. Hello everyone and welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm Logan Barandis, and the Willmar Stingers are rolling as of late, coming off a 12-1 win over the Bismarck Larks yesterday to pick up their 9th straight victory and a series sweep. Let's take a look at highlights from that series clinching win. The Stingers would strike first for 4 runs in the 2nd inning, as half of those runs came off of a single from Gabe Swanson, who would have a 4 RBI day for the 2nd time this summer. The other 2 RBIs would come as part of a 5-run 4th inning to put the Stingers up 9-0 early. Clay Beaumont kept the Stingers out in front with 4 shutout innings on the mound, striking out 6 batters. After the Larks would score their only run of the game in the 5th, the Stingers made that back up and then some with 3 more runs, helped out by a Kyle Payne single, his 4th hit in 4 innings. The Stingers' victory further boosted their lead in the Great Plains West Division, now holding a 3-game lead over the St. Cloud Rocks, who fell to the La Crosse Loggers yesterday. The Rocks now start a 2-game series with Bismarck tonight. Let's take a look at 2 hitters to watch for tonight's game. For the Stingers, Gabe Swanson continued his hot start to the summer with a 4 RBI day yesterday, as the Nebraska product now has 8 in a 3-game span. Swanson also leads the team with his .467 batting average. In the opposite dugout, Kip Fugers has been on an absolute tear in recent games. Fugers is coming off a 4-hit game yesterday against the Minot Hot Tots, also heading on a home run. Fugers is now on a 6-game hitting streak, which got its start against the Stingers. Let's move on to the pitching matchup now for today's contest. Ryan Wiltsey gets the nod for the Stingers for what will be his 3rd start of the summer. Wiltsey bounced back in a big way in his last start against the Waterloo Bucks as he pitched 5 2/3 innings, where he only allowed 1 hit and struck out 4 batters. This will be his first start in front of the Willmar Stingers home crowd. Meanwhile, the Moondogs will trot out Derek Smith for his 4th appearance. Smith went 3 innings in his last outing against the Rochester Honkers, where he gave up 3 earned runs and struck out 4. Well, we'll just have to wait and see now if the Stingers can be the first team in the Northwoods League to have a double-digit win streak. We'll be back with starters and first pitch right after this on the Northwoods League Baseball Network.